We go jump right in there. The Timberwolves lost by a close game last night?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the key is for the Timberwolves to win the next game?
Well, I put money on the Mavericks, so the key is to just roll over and die so I can get this money. But
Like,
well,
what do you think they have to do to stop Kyrie?
they got to stop everybody. Like the reason I think the Mavericks did so good yesterday is because I guarantee the Timberwolves went into it thinking that the Mavericks are going to do what they always do. They're going to have Kyrie start. They're going to have Luka cook in the beginning,
Mm,
feed the bigs in the middle, and then Kyrie finishes. They did that shit flipped yesterday.
right.
Today we having Kyrie cook from the beginning, and Luka's going to do good too. And they're both doing so good at the beginning of the game that every time they drive to the paint, the bigs are going to be so scared of them two that the Mavericks bigs are always going to be open. It kept, fam, they had 63 points in the paint last night.
Yeah.
63 against the best defense with Giants in the fucking paint.
Right. That makes
That shit was not no fluke win. It was straight strategy. And it just showed the point guards that Kyrie and Luka are. Because every time they got scared, it's like, oh, my bigs is open. Whoop. They only made 6 threes last night. Only 6. That ain't shit.
Right. Kyrie was driving all night long.
Fam, they all were 63 points. They kept getting alley-oops. Kyrie take it to the basket. Rudy and them get shook. Bounce pass, and now Gafford got an easy dunk or alley-oop. And it just kept happening, dog.
Very strong.
I fuck with the Mavericks. They seem to have Minnesota figured out right now. I know they only won by a couple points, but I mean, if we're going to let Jaden McDaniels kill us, I'll take that chance. If we can stop Anthony Edwards and we're going to put Jaden McDaniels as the top guy to try to stop us, not to shit on him. He's nice. I fuck with him.
Yeah.
But I put the game in his hands before I put it in Anthony Edwards' hands, or before I let y'all do extra teamwork and shit.
How much Kyrie have last night?
I think he had 30 something. I think him and Luka both went for the 30 pieces yesterday.
Yeah. I think
It's going out there, man, and they looking good doing it.
I think Anthony Edwards, he's gonna regret calling out Kyrie.
I don't feel like he really called Kyrie out like that, though. I seen the clip. He just said, like, my next matchup is going to be Kyrie. Did he say anything crazy than that? Did he say, I'm going to lock him down? I didn't hear nothing crazy.
Nah, he just said, I'm guarding
He just
Kyrie.
stated a fact. I'm going to have to guard Kyrie. That's a fact. He is. And he did. He tried.
Yeah, he guarded a little. Yeah, McDaniels guarded Kyrie, too.
They were switching back and forth. They the guards, my nigga. So that's my point. When he said it, it's like, what's the problem? That he said he didn't say I'm gonna lock Kyrie down or Kyrie's soft or he's not even all that. He didn't say nothing crazy. The reason I like Anthony Edwards so much is because he still looks at all of these guys in that the light that us fans look at them in with prestige. But he still goes out there with confidence, like, man, y'all just my peers now, bro. Yeah, KD, you my favorite player, but I'm gonna get out there and bust your ass. Like, I like that energy, bro.
Right. Yeah, I like.
He's moving like I belong here.
Yeah, I like how confident he is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that sense of belonging is some fly shit, bro. Especially being as young as he is, 22 years old. I was still an insecure fucking goofball at 22, to be honest, bro.
Right. Yeah.
I was figuring it out, but I wasn't there yet.
I just think what he needs to do, he needs to relax on the whole. Let me do, in the post, like he needs to pass. I feel like he don't trust. He trusts his teammates, but he don't trust them to take over like he will. But at the same time, I feel like he does too much. You know what I mean? Like, you think that way?
Well, you know, he definitely gets points a hard way, like his step backs and deep threes. Yeah. And he works hard for his points, but again, I can't put that all on him. I mean, the Mavericks are playing good defense. I don't want to take that from them. They're playing good defense. He's trying to score.
Right.
It's not like he's not trying.
And they don't really got who they got on the Mavs. They might be playing a good team defense, but there's really no one on the Mavs that can go guard someone 1-on-1. Kyrie's not that good at defense.
All the bigs can.
Yeah,
all the bigs can.
The bigs can. But so that's the thing. Why not attack Kyrie, attack Luka? Even though if they attack, they drive, the bigs gonna be there. At the same time, they're not good at defense. But as a team,
no, they are good at defense. The Mavericks were the number one defense leading towards the end of the season. They're good on defense.
This is the one,
and they tried the Kyrie shit. The last couple series, that has been the move, yo. Let's try to, excuse me, exactly what people are saying to do to Kyrie. Oh, let's exhaust him Let's make him work on defense, and when he gets on offense, we're gonna fucking super guard him.
Mm-hmm.
They did that shit in reverse to Anthony Edwards yesterday, where he looked gassed by like the third quarter.
Right.
Kyrie running around screens. They got him working out there, bro. It's a smart strategy.
But
Like
that's the same thing
it's exhausting.
with the Nuggets, though. They had Edwards looking crazy out there, dropping what he had, 16 points one game or something like that. He wasn't doing good at all. I think now I'm changing my mind. I did say the Timberwolves going to win. I think the Mavs are going to take it in 6. I think the Mavs are going to take it in 6
Me
because
too. I got Mavs on 6 as well. But and again, you were saying last video that what do you think the Mavs could do to stop Anthony Edwards? And my answer is still the same thing that I said last episode: is they might not have to. It could just be him stopping himself. He might take some wild shots, or he might, get a little distrusting of his teammates, or whatever the case may be. And I don't mean this to shit on Ant. He's playing great, and they only lost by 3 points. It's not like they got their ass whooped. It really was a sneak W.
Game.
The same way they beat OKC, a close game. And if that cat, I don't know if you've seen that play,
What?
but towards the end of the game, Karl Anthony Towns had a putback dunk.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so close that they were saying they ended up not counting and shit, and that might swing the momentum the other way, and Mavs might lose, and we having a completely different conversation. But no matter if the Mavericks did lose by a couple of points, I would still think the Mavericks are going to win, because I'm like, okay, the fact that y'all are home and y'all defense didn't slow them down like we all thought it would, they still showing signs of life. I'm still taking for 6. Like,
yeah, because I
got the Mavs. Kyrie, my favorite player. He that guy. Y'all can't stop him. Shout out to Kyrie.
Because the Timberwolves got the defensive player of the year, and Jaden McDaniels on the defensive all team. So it's like, what do y'all got to do? You know what I'm saying?
What do you think they have to do?
Stop Kyrie.
If you're their coach, what's your game plan for next game?
Double team Kyrie. Let Luka do what he do. Sometimes, Luka gets winded sometimes, you know what I mean? Double team Kyrie. Who cares what Luka does? As long as Kyrie don't go crazy. And say Luka gets 30, that's not enough to win. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can keep Kyrie down at 15 points, maybe that'll help. You know what I'm saying? So,
see, if I'm them, because they got so smacked up in the paint, I'm saying fall back a little bit, man. Let's force these motherfuckers to shoot that ball. And that sometimes when that shit ain't falling, you start playing worse. You don't want to play defense. Your momentum is down. Fam, if they're killing us in the paint, fam, if they already got 40 points on us in the paint, you should immediately be like, okay, we gotta do something different here. Like,
4-2.
I'm sure they tried different shit, and I give the Mavericks credit. They kept figuring it out. Like, they kept adjusting every time.
Yeah.
Kyrie would get a hot hand for a second. They're like, I bet he's gonna do some heat check shit. Nope, here comes Luka to Gafford to blah blah blah. Like, it just kept happening.
Right. I think
I tell you, only made 6 threes. 6.
Yeah.
In the NBA today, that's insanely low. 6.
Yeah, I'll do 3-2. Switch everything. Obviously, keep Rudy and Cat down there at the blocks. Switch everything up top. I don't think. Yeah, they need multiple people on Kyrie all game long, so no one can get tired. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Anthony Edwards should guard Luka. Keep McDaniels on Kyrie. You know what I'm saying?
They were switching back and forth.
Yeah,
they were definitely giving everybody a turn.
They at least need like 3 dudes that can just all night long can just switch on Kyrie all night long. Because like I said, I think it's Kyrie that's. If Kyrie turns up, Luka's gonna turn up. One of them need to drop. One of them need to, you know what I mean, get 15 points. T-Wolves can win.
But they're so good. Their 1-2 punch is so good because it's like, damn, if Luka's cooking right now, we have to focus on him. But now we're leaning off Kyrie and stating the obvious here. But their 1-2 punch is really such a threat that you're like, damn, who should we put more attention on this game? Like, and yesterday they tried to put attention on both and they dropped 30 each. Like, it's not like the Timberwolves weren't trying. They were playing good defense. They tried. It's just they were getting figured out. Like,
right. And
shout out to Mavericks.
They got outcoached. I think they got outcoached too.
That as well. And it sucks that Cat play didn't fall through the way they hoped towards the end of the game, but that's the game. Sometimes it's close like that. Sometimes charges happen last second. It's the game. And I just want to say, as far as good defense goes on a one-on-one, like, oh, so-and-so is not a great defender. Bro, there's so much pick and roll switching going on nowadays that no matter what, if you're big, you're going to have to know how to guard a point guard. So it's like, it doesn't matter.
And
you better know how to guard everybody.
Rudy and Cat can't. They look crazy up there, trying to spin them around, all type. They
But
don't.
again, those two guys specifically were basically who we were mentioning when we were saying the 1-2 punch of Luka and Kyrie was scaring them specifically
Right.
because they were trying to pay attention to help with Kyrie and Luka, and by the time they fucking get to them, Gafford or PJ's already getting a free point under the basket. It kept happening.
Yeah. Derrick Jones.
63 points in the paint is crazy, fam. That's crazy. That's early. That's like 90s stats.
With 2 7-footers down there. Yeah, that don't make no sense.
And I don't mean to shit on Minnesota. I'm not shitting on them as much as I'm giving the Mavericks credit for just playing good. Like,
nah, shit on them. Shit on them.
These guys were doing the right thing, trying to help with Luka and everything. But you better know how to find that little pocket. You better learn how to get your foot out and kick that ball if you got to. Find a way. Luka and them is just doing some fucking Magic Johnson level shit. And I don't mean to gas it because I hold Magic to such a high standard, but they're finding these little pockets quickly. And that, boom. Now my big is getting what he needs.
And Derrick Jones Jr. is one of the best cutters. He cut.
He's playing great.
Yeah.
He's been playing great towards this last series and this one right now. He's playing great.